Hey guys, today we'll be reviewing the new Marvel Legends Johnny Storm from the Fantastic Four First Steps. A quick look at the back of the box here. We see that there's a bunch of warning labels like always. There's 4 different insignia or like icons here for each individual member of the Fantastic Four. We can see a nice photo of Johnny, the flame-on arms. Once you get him out of the box, he comes in this plastic packaging like most figures do, with 2 different closed hands, closed fists, and some flame effects. Alright, so next up we'll be taking a quick look at his articulation. He's got a nice ab twist, ab crunch, I think is what it's called. Pretty nice, full 360. Taking a quick look at his elbow here, you can see a pretty nice double jointed elbow. Of course, his hands rotate 360. Same with the shoulder, although it does get stuck a little bit here. Taking a quick look at the knee here, as you can see, just like the elbow, it's got some nice double jointing. Pretty good articulation on the leg. You can't go back because that's behind stopping it, but other than that, really nice articulation. The foot, as you can see, goes back and forth pretty well. A quick look at one of the flame pieces he comes with. You can see that it's semi-translucent, pretty stretchy. Looks like it'll wrap around his arm quite nicely. I think overall it's a pretty good flame piece. Something I find really neat about the extra fists is that they have this little bit of black painted on just for to match with his suit. I think that's a really neat detail. I think they went the extra mile on these. They look really good. As for some of my general thoughts on the figure, as you can see here, his head sculpt is a little bit inaccurate to Joseph Quinn's actual head. I think the head sculpt doesn't do a very good job of portraying what he's supposed to look like in the movie. It's a good Johnny Storm head sculpt in general, but if it's meant to portray Joseph Quinn, I don't think it does a very good job. Another thing I really dislike about this figure is that within the span of me recording this foot joint has gotten really loose, and that's an issue because it's become kind of hard to pose him without him falling like that. I gotta make sure this foot is doing most of the posing and standing up, and not the other one. Some overall positives to this figure, in my humble opinion, are the coloring. I think that it doesn't look as good on the camera, but it does a really good job in person of emulating that movie color, the bright aqua blue. And another thing I really like are the flame pieces, because they do a pretty good job of emulating that flame that he can generate, even though he's not in his flamed on state. I think it's really nice that Marvel decided to give us that flame, even though there's a separate flame on figure, since that means we don't need to get the flame on figure just to keep him in his flamed on mode. But I do think that it would have been nice if we could have gotten a piece that could have, like a flame piece for his leg. That way it could look more as if his full body was starting to flame up and not just his arms. Overall, would I say this figure is worth it? Definitely. For $25, you get a very good portrayal of Johnny. I don't know about the Johnny from the First Steps movie, but just Johnny Storm in general. This looks like pretty much what I would imagine Johnny Storm to look like. Not like Joseph Quinn, but like comics Johnny Storm. I think they could have definitely done better with the head sculpt, but other than that, it's a really nice figure. I'm gonna have a lot of fun displaying this, just coming up with different poses. I really like how they gave him the wristwatch that the 4 of them communicate on. I really like the attention to detail on this figure. I think it looks incredibly good. I think $25 well spent. If you enjoyed this video and you're a fellow man, woman, or other folk of culture, you should like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll be back with more just like this. Say bye, Johnny. Bye.